Hi, I noticed that I really felt like we needed to do a little review on graph construction. So how do I construct a graph? And I know that the graphs you did on your data lab were just a sketch, but I just want to go over some of the things you need for the to make sure you have a good graph. Okay, so if you look, I have a piece of graph paper here, and I've labeled my x-axis and my y-axis. My x-axis, that is the original number line, and you have already graphed, I'm sure, many times on a single x-axis, which is the original number line. When we turn it into a coordinate plane, we add the y-axis. And I have only really developed here the first quadrant, okay? So in that quadrant, all of the numbers are positive. I'm going positive on the x and positive on the y. What you do first is you identify your variables, which you collected data for. So, and that didn't seem to be a problem at all. Seems like you had a good idea of what you were doing there. Then you have to determine the range. So if I'm going to do something from, say, 0 to 100, say I'm going to go here and I'm going to go all the way to 100. That's what I want to get to. Okay, so I have to figure out what are all these spaces going to be worth, okay, or what is my interval going to be? So I'm going to say, can I count by ones? I mean, look at that. Would I be able to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, not going to fit in. Can I go by twos? I could keep trying. I could go by fives, I can go by tens, but I have to make sure that every interval is the same. So if I start marking my intervals and I say, this is 10, there's 10, and I've said that 10 is 2 boxes. 2 boxes. That means that here, these 2 boxes also have to be another 10. Once I decide what a box is on the axis, okay, and in this case, each box is worth 5, I have to make sure that I continue to have that. Okay, no matter what my data is, I have to decide on a scale that is going to have equal intervals all the way up. Now, I don't have to do the same on both axes. For instance, I can say this is going to be 1. And so now I've said that those two boxes are 1. So then the next 2 boxes would be 2. And the next 2 boxes would be 3. Okay, so look, you notice that I have different intervals. Okay, but in this one, I might only have to accommodate to 10. So I don't need to count by tens. So as long as I keep the x the same and the y the same, I'm okay. But the most important thing that I have noticed over the years of doing graph construction is that students do not remember to keep all of the intervals the same. Once you decide 1 box is worth something or 2 boxes is worth something, you need to make sure that you keep that the same. The last thing then would be to plot the points. And so, and it looks like you guys have a pretty good idea of that, but just to make sure, so if I have 10 and 1, if every 1 minute, okay, I did 10 jumping jacks, say. Okay, I was really tired, only did 10. Then that point would be right here, okay, because this is minutes and this is jumping jacks, okay, and so that would be my point, okay, and then I could continue on. Well, how many would I do in 2 minutes? How many would I do in 3 minutes? Okay, and I would graph that and see if it was linear. And I did notice that most of you seem to at least have heard the term linear and kind of have an idea of what that is. Okay, so I think this is going to be helpful. What I'd like you to do is go back to your lab data that you had, that you collected already yesterday, and get a piece of graph paper and now plot and label your points. And remember that the points are X and Y. The X always comes first, which makes sense because it's alphabetical. So this point right here, which I'm going to label, would be 1, 10. Okay? So I'm interested to see this. If you could do, I'd like you to do this and then send me, take a picture with your Chromebook and upload it to me, and that would be great. Thank you very much. You have a great day. Bye-bye.